Come on. I think it's Why does that dog do that? Every time we get ready to do something, all of a sudden he has to start that high pitched, low key whining. Hello, everybody. I'm going to get my dog so he doesn't start that whining stuff. He loves to do that. Here comes the cat. Yeah. Come on. Come on, Hurt. Where is the cat? Oh, you're in the chair. Oh, there. Get over here. Come on. We're not doing this. You're not the center of attention 24/7. You're not the center. During the day, not at night. Here, get under the cover. Get under the cover. Go on now. Do you. Hello. Good evening. Welcome. This is Pam. It's Pam. It's me. And today is Saturday. What is the day today? 27th of September. Right now it is 9:57 p.m. and my dog is attempting to dig a hole. Stop, Hercules! Attempting to dig a hole in my bed. Why? I don't know. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm good with that. So how is everybody doing? How is your Saturday? My Saturday was quite boring. I went on a walk today. I did do a live in the morning, but it didn't turn out so well because I really did. It was impromptu. I didn't really think about what I was doing. I just got in my car. I have no car to get into. I started walking and I said, "Oh, let me do a live. Everyone wants me to do a live like I used to." Well, I was missing one thing. I was missing Ginger. She wasn't there, or nor was Hercules, and I would not take Hercules to a place like that. Hercules is much unlike Ginger. Hercules, when he's done walking, he's done. It doesn't matter what you're doing, he's done. He quits. That's it. I'm done. And no, he's not overweight or anything like that. Not that I could tell, He's not. He's just done. So I don't take him on walks like that. If I take him, very few times that I do. My brother usually walks the dog numerous times throughout the day. That's his thing. He gets up in the morning, walks the dog. He walks the dog that dog walks about 10 times around the block, and comes back home. He doesn't really like to dawdle. He just likes to walk. Okay, kind of like, in stores, I guess. I don't like to shop basically. I just like to dawdle. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Still, we are without picture because I am not dressed. I'm in my pajamas, and I look like shit. Truth. Okay. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. I hope you all are here. If you can hear me, please I'll put this down here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm just here to exchanging my thoughts, I'm not that much of a deep thinker, really. I wanted to tell, I was going to talk about, I listened to the live last night with FFG, where she had on Neil, the tarot reader. She's really good. Neil is very good. I mean, they're all good in their own right, they're entertainment. But I think some are better than others, just like everything. There's some better than others. Um, I don't know how much this came true. I'll take a poll to see what's going to happen. I mean, that last one, though, was more direct. Like, this is going to happen. Almost like, I understand it's for entertainment purposes. I get that. But there's a lot of truth in there. Um, but a lot of it's common sense too. If you're eating, if you're having unsafe behaviors, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're eating, you know, to the point of, sickness, if you're smoking shisha for 6 hours straight, if you are overweight, your balance is probably not the greatest. There's a chance you're going to fall and hurt yourself. If you use your tongue as a weapon, there's a chance something may happen to you because you're in a place where it's lawless. I would say the law isn't there to protect you because they probably don't even know you're there or care. Um, but I'll get into that, in a little bit. You know, well, you know what? Hey, Mason, I'll say this. I give Cynthia credit. I don't think she's lame and immature. I mean, that's what she does. That's her thing. She's not hurting anybody. She's not offending anybody. I give her credit. She's doing something that a lot of people would like to do that I can't do. I mean, it takes a lot of perseverance just to get to where she's at. I mean, I may not like what she does, or I might, and not that I don't like it because I have no opinion on what she does. But I'll say this: she does it, and she does it pretty damn good because I guess she's a partner, and they give her stuff to try to sell, and that's not easy. Those things are not easy to do. I give people credit for people who are doing things, not just requesting stuff from people and doing nothing to get it. Not giving content, or she's doing something for what she gets. So I give her credit. I give credit where credit is. I don't hate Cynthia. So that doesn't, if that's what you think, that's your opinion, you have a right to it. But I think that what she does is pretty damn smart and pretty damn good. You're making money on your own. You're not on any, not that I know of. I don't know anything about her. I don't really, every now and then I'll peek in at her videos, or I'll peek on at a TikTok. I'll see her in and I'll say, hey, that's pretty good. Look, she's doing 100 times better than me. I give her credit. I give credit where credit's due. I mean, I do. I give people credit where they deserve it. And I'm not going to put somebody down for earning money. And whatever way you have to do it, if it's not illegal, ain't no wrong with that. Everybody's got this thing that, like, yeah. I hear people talk about different YouTubers who do stuff that I just think that times are tough. And to make money, if you didn't go to college, you didn't get a degree, which degrees don't impress me. Because there are a lot of dumb, smart people in this world. True, there are a lot of dumb, smart people. But if you can figure out your niche in the world, and you can capitalize on it, and you can make money from your own home in your pajamas, that's good. I wish I could do that. I'm not jealous, but I wish I could do that. I wish the things that I think about now, like the person I was 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, right now at this point in time, no. because I was in a car accident, but I did DoorDash and I did it quite well. I was very good at it. Very, very good at it. And I enjoyed it. I mean, that wasn't my only income, thank God, but I did it and I did it well. I enjoyed it. It was a job. You know, anything you do and you get paid for is a job, no matter what you're doing. And if you enjoy it, it's even better. You know, I no, I'm not working right now. I have no car, so I can't do anything right now. We don't have public transportation here, really. I'm waiting to get a car. I will get a car, and at that point, I will have a job of some sort. Not only because I want a job, but because I need a job. And it's important, you know, it's important to do the things that make you feel happy. And, you know, when I got out there and I go to work, I'm happy. Unless I hate the job, of course. But I'm not so happy. But I've learned a lot, you know, in the last 3 years, I've learned a lot about a lot of things. And, you know, I respect people who try, you know, not just like roll over and like, I can't, give me it free, give it to me free. No, I don't respect that shit. Not really. Because if one can get something free, everybody should be able to get it free. Not because of, you know, come on, hey, Core. But no. I'm going to move this chair over here so I can sit down. Feet. Get comfortable here. Come on, Courtney. Come on, baby. Sorry about that. You can get SSI. Why would I need SSI? There's nothing wrong with me. I get Social Security already, but I don't need it's SSI. That's for if you have like an injury or a sickness or something. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm the healthiest now I've ever been in my life. Seriously. I mean, I'm not just talking shit. I am. I am the healthiest I've ever been in my life. Now watch me drop dead. But I feel healthy, you know. I feel very healthy. Maybe not mentally all there, but I'm just kidding. Don't want anything like that. Nope. Mm. So, did you have a good Saturday? I made soup today, chicken noodle soup. No, I don't feed birds. No, don't feed the birds. I got too many cats around here. They kill the birds. I don't want them to kill the birds, so I don't feed the birds. If I didn't have cats, the amount of cats I have in this area, I would feed the birds. But I feed the cats, the birds. I can't afford to feed the whole wide world. I wish I could. I remember I used to do. In fact, I was talking to my daughter about that today. I was watching this video about wild people who feed like animals in the wild, like forests. They put a camera, like can't think of the name of the camera, and they put it out there, and like coyote will come and eat the food, the raccoons, the possum, and the deer. I mean, of course I don't have really all that. I mean, we do have a possum or two in the neighborhood, and a raccoon. I haven't seen a raccoon in this neighborhood. I've seen possums though. And we do have plenty of birds, plenty of probably mice. I don't know. A mouse wouldn't even dare come in my neighborhood, in my house. Maybe in my yard because mice, you know, they don't know. but they wouldn't dare come in my home. I have too many cats. But I'd love to do that. But make videos and just it's easy. Upload it to YouTube and bam bam. That's easy money maker. But no, I can't do that. And I don't want to feed. I don't want to record cats and because it's random. You never know when one might come. Do you use DoorDash or? Yeah, I use both. I've not Instacart really. I don't use Instacart. I do the Walmart, Walmart Flex, Walmart, whatever it is. Walmart. I do that. Plus, I guess I do DoorDash a lot. I use DoorDash well, not a lot, but I've used it a couple times at least. I've gotten food delivered a couple times. Um, if I really need some groceries and I can't get out and I don't feel like walking or calling Uber to take me to the store, then I'll order from DoorDash. I mean, I don't like to do that so much because there's an upsell to everything, like even McDonald's, and this a lot of people don't know, like it costs so much. And as a Door Dasher, I'll be honest, I used to hate to do, it is expensive. It's crazy expensive. And they up the price so much if you're getting delivery. Plus, right, plus tips. I used to get mad if people don't leave good tips. Now I understand why. I still would get mad because, you're using your gas, you're using your car, you're using your insurance, you're using your, time. But I understand now why people, like if you have say, you order because there's nothing for less than $10 at McDonald's, nothing. But let's say $12, okay, and then they put all these little fees on there. It's almost impossible to come out of there without less than $17. Almost impossible. And then you leave a tip. Now, if you don't leave a tip, it's true. Like now, okay, say for instance, the dasher gets offered $3 or $4. A lot of them won't even take it because, like me, I usually say, well, if it's not more than $5, I'm not doing it because I'm not gonna go to somebody's house, go into the store, wait for their food, bring it out to my car, sit it in there, drive to the door, open my door, walk up to the door, then follow their rules, because they always say, leave at the door, knock 5 times. What the fuck? You know, and now, I mean, I'll never do all that crap. They'll say, leave it at the door, I leave it at the door. And if they ask me to knock, I'll knock. I'm not knocking 5 times. I don't call the customer and say, your food's here. They know it's there because everybody has a phone. You can only order by phone. But I don't follow rules like that. I just like, if it says, I'm not texting you to let you know because DoorDash texts you. I'm not, if it's a hand it to me, I'll hand it to you. I'll wait a reasonable enough time. If you don't come to the door, I'll call. If you don't answer, I'll leave a message. But then I'll say I couldn't get in touch with the customer. Yeah. Oh, Uber Eats. You know what? I signed up for Uber Eats, and I never. I think I don't even know if I ever got one order from them. But I'm very impatient. Over here, it's more a DoorDash. You know, I like DoorDash. It's simple, straight to the point. Everybody says that they complain about it. I mean, there's a lot to complain about, true. But they are pretty freaking much fair. I've never gotten deactivated, nothing like that. Never. I mean, I've got contract violations, of course. Lateness. It's always usually lateness. Never anything else. Never. Nothing else. Even if I messed up an order and I delivered to the wrong place, I never got a contract violation. Never. And it has happened a couple times. Um, I something happens, but DoorDash is the most fair, I guess. I think they are. You know, they've always had my back, and so I like DoorDash. But a lot of people don't. And I understand it, And but I do like being a delivery because you know what? It's a lot of freedom. And I'm old. I'm old now, and I don't feel like following all these rules jobs want you to do, and come to work, when you want to. I like the idea that I can not go if I don't want to. I like the idea that I can go home when I want to. I have other issues in my life that sometimes I gotta be at home. I got somebody I have to take care of. If this person needs me there, I gotta be there. If my pets need me, I had a sick cat, I had a sick dog at one time. If I need to take my pets to the vet, my pets come first. I mean, now if I had a regular 9 to 5 job, it'd be a whole different. I would have to be at work, and I understand that. But this I like because it works for me. But, not everything will. And I understand that too. I mean, there's a lot of good about working for a company where you don't have to pay your own taxes. And, when it's filing taxes, they pay a portion of your taxes. So you don't have to worry about all that. You just basically file them and pay the taxes, which is nice. But, I don't know what I'm going to do after when I get another car. I mean, I say I'm going to look for a job. I mean, I can do a lot of things I couldn't do, like a year ago or maybe, well, about 2 years ago, I couldn't have done some of the things I could do now. And I know that. But I don't know that's working. It's what I want to do, at a regular 9 to 5 job. I like that freedom thing. But I just don't want to pile on. Yeah, car prices are horribly high. I'm lucky though, I'm not really buying the car. I'm getting a car for free. But yeah, I mean, I was just looking after the accident and everything. I was like, man, I mean, I want to get a hoopty. I mean, if that's all I could afford, that's what I would get. But you buy something like that, you're in trouble because it's going to have a problem. So car prices are very high, like $50,000, $60,000. Sure. You know, it's crazy. Gas is high, 3.49 a gallon. My God, you know, it's so high. I don't know where you're from, but where I'm at, it's like 3.49 a gallon. Sometimes it's less. Sometimes it's 3.20. I don't know what it is now because I don't have to buy it. So I haven't been taking it, keeping an eye on it. But I know it's not cheap. And I don't think they're going to get any cheaper either in the near future either. But that's okay. I mean, roll with the punches. You know what I mean? You got to. I'd give anything though to have a car right now. To have that freedom back. Oh my God, it's such a wonderful thing. I miss being able to get up in the morning and if I want to go to the store, I can go to the store. Or if I want to go somewhere, I don't have to think about it. Don't have to get in. Don't have to, look at, can I afford Uber there, Uber back, and people take that stuff for granted. That's a lot, and not having public transportation, it sucks, and stuck at home sucks. I hate being at home all the time. This is my favorite time of year too. Fall. I like to go I'm not saying I would have if this would never happen. I probably wouldn't even think about going to Wicker Park or going to the parks. But now that I can't go to it, I think, man, this is fall. I would love to go to the park when the leaves start to change. Now I think you can't go to the park. You can't get there. If you get there, you're gonna have to walk. Well, I'm not gonna walk to the park. It's far. It's very far, 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 far. you know, I can walk, but I don't want to walk that far. You know, by the time I get there, shit, I wouldn't be able to walk back. And where am I going if I can't walk? Oh, excuse me. But it's okay. Well, it looks like I've lost my audience. It's okay. Because I'll just keep on talking. If this is just like kind of like me making a vlog or a video, except some people might pop in, some people might pop out, some people don't want to talk no more. That's okay. It's all right. I'll stay here for a while. I have nothing else to do. And like around 11, nobody comes, I'll go. I made a video for an hour. It's okay. So anyway, now people want to talk about shit shows. Like people are crazy. Chantel's crazy. Chantel's crazy. That's one who's crazy. That one is. I I don't think she. There's nothing I don't think she would do for $1. I don't think there's much she would not do to get all eyes on her. I don't think she's. Um, why I don't know, but I think she has. I don't even know. I don't even know why somebody would be like that. Other than you want attention and you want people to watch you and you want to make money, and it goes back to love. You're not hurting nobody, but see, unfortunately, with Chantel, she hurts people. Even the innocent, like Pete's. I like Pete's. I've been to his channel a couple times, and some people say, I think Pete's innocent. Now I don't know what he's done to cats. I don't know what he's done to people. I know he likes a little pony or whatever it is. I don't care. I mean, I care about the pets, of course. I do care about that. But I don't know that that's true. I mean, I don't know all about that. What he presents in his channel, I think he's okay. What I have seen with my eyes, he seems all right. Now, if he's hurt animals, that's not okay. It's never okay. Animals and children are never okay. What you do to adults to one another, unless it's DV, domestic violence, that's not okay either. But, he said, she said, this one did that one. If you haven't seen it, it hasn't been, I don't see him as, I see him as a victim of Chantel. I see everybody that comes in her way, even that one teardrop. I see her as a victim of Chantel. Tracy, I see TX. I see her as a victim. All those people who give money to her, like to go back to Canada when she was trying to take up money for the cats, they were victims of Chantel. Her mother was a victim of Chantel. Those cats were the victims of Chantel. the people that she had talked about making jokes on uh, about pumped up kids, they were victims of Chantal. Although, when she was laughing about tragedies, that's a victim, victimizing, making fun of victims. People like that who crosses paths with her where she doesn't mean any good. I mean, I haven't seen anything good she's done. I mean, even if like you donated, like I know one time she gave uh what's her name? Teardrop uh a Whopper, I guess. I think it's probably the only time she's ever given anything away. And she's probably got it back tenfold because she modified it, mods for her and all this stuff. But most people around her are victims of her. And at the end, and when all this is over, she will victimize a lot of people, take their money, even though people are willingly giving the money, but they're giving the money under false pretenses. It's just like somebody coming in and selling you a bill of goods, and a bill of goods doesn't exist. They're scamming you. That's why she can't have PayPal, or that's why she can't do a GoFundMe. And it has nothing to do with her being in Syria, yeah. But the fact that she's done it so many times, it's bad. It's just bad. And, I don't know. I mean, I'm not perfect either, but I don't do that. You know, I made a lot of mistakes on my YouTube career. Huh? What career? Life is so short. I don't know why people, I mean, even myself, sometimes it's better to be a, it's sometimes when you've gone down the wrong path for so long, and this I know, if you've gone down a wrong path, maybe not totally the wrong path, but you just made some turns that you shouldn't have, and you made some mistakes in life, and you don't take time to even reflect or how it affected you and the people behind you. You didn't learn anything from them. It's just wasted time. If you at least learn something from your mistakes, you learn something. But if you don't learn anything and you just do the same thing over and over and over again, you're just wasting time. They say it's insanity, but I don't know if it's really insanity. But I know it's wasting time because you're not learning anything. I mean, at least think about it. Like you can't always be right and everybody always be wrong. And you can't always be wrong either. I mean, sometimes there's a, 70-30, 80-20, whatever, a percentage are right, but or wrong. But you can't always be right. And you can't always treat people as they're disposable, you know, like, oh, well, if they go, there'll be more. Not necessarily, because your reputation precedes you. People they will find out who you are, and they won't even want to be around you. Now, if I had a channel on YouTube that was making even $5,000 a month, I mean, that's a job. That's a job. I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk that for foolishness. I'm not saying, going to Syria was foolish. I mean, that's on her. But doing things to people who are your supporters, like you only get so many. And after a while, once you've been on YouTube for a long time, I mean, I've been here. Even though I wasn't here, I'm still here. I still know, it's not easy to get. It's easy in the beginning to get people to watch you because they're just watching because they don't know you. And once they know you, it's hard to get to retain them. Now they might stay subscribed to you, but it doesn't mean they come to your channel. People might watch you just to watch, just see what you're going to say. Thus, whatever. It doesn't matter. And that's okay. They have the right to do that. But if you find that, like, you have 100,000 subscribers and there's only 300 in your channel, well, whatever happened to those other people? 997,000, that's a lot that go missing. It's not there anymore. And so it's hard to keep them active and keep them interested. But if you're ready, if you're always trying to get something or take advantage of their kindness, you're not going to have those people anymore. And maybe you don't care, but you will care when the money isn't there anymore. Because some people just do this for the money. And that's understandable because it's a job. It is a job. If you get up and you do it every day and you do it to your best of your ability, it's a job. Jobs are different than they used to be. It used to be 9 to 5. You go to work, come home, and that's it. But now jobs are a whole bunch of different things, from walking dogs to getting online and selling stuff, or having a YouTube channel, Instagram, whatever, TikTok, all of that. It's a job. It's still a job because you get paid for it and you have to put effort into it. But if you don't, it's not going to last. It's like I think about, like, if Chantel goes home and she goes back and she lays down a lot and on her couch and she's going to be like, well, guys, I don't feel like going out today. I'm not going to make any videos today. Well, guys, I'm not really feeling happy today. Well, guys, I'm going to go get me a cheeseburger. I'm going to get me 17 cheeseburgers. I'm going to eat this online. I'm gonna blow smoke at the screen, Who is Eric M? He is adorable. I don't know who Eric M is. But anyways, that's not going to get people. It's not going to keep her channel going. Who's Eric M? I don't know who that person is. Who do I watch? I'm trying to think who I watch. I watch a lot of people. Some I watch, like, for a little while. Oh, he has 2 cats. Aw. I love cats. I got a cat on my lap right now. Hey. I watch a lot of people have cats. I don't always remember their channel name or anything. Maybe I've seen them before. I would put my cats online, but there's just too many of them, and it's just like, I don't have a camera anymore except on my computer or my phone, and I want to do all that. You know what cats? I like the Chinese short hair cats with the ears, those big ears. Oh my God, I love those cats. I think they're adorable. I was reading about them. I would love to get one, but I don't need any more cats. I mean, I'm not going to get one. I have not one more room for it, not one more cat. No more room. think my kids would think I was nuts if I did that if I got another cat. I gotta figure out how to get my cat to the vet. I have one that I need it. I've been trimming his nails, but he never lets me. And it's like, it's so hard to trim his nails, because she's old, not her. And I've been trying to put like a burrito, wrap it like a burrito. But, I got all but like three nails. I gotta go back in there and try to get those other three. But I always gotta kind of like, I don't have any gabapentin now. But if I had gabapentin, I think I'd give her some gabapentin and get those last three because it's a tussle. She hates that. I used to have to take her to the vet, but I don't have a car. It's like, man. I mean, they're not really, really long, but it's just she gets her nails caught on her bed. Like, ugh. All those things you think about, like, I need a car. I need to go. I want to go here. I want to go there. When I get a car, I think I'm just gonna just ride around. Like, I'm gonna go here, there, 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 and just be there. Probably won't do that. I feel like I'm on house arrest. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm on house arrest. That must be horrible. Hmm. Yeah, that must be horrible. Do I know you under another name, Mason? Oh, okay. I mean, it's okay. Everybody changes their name. I've attempted to change this name, but I've had this name for so long. And I'm like so used to it. I'm like, what would I call myself? Excuse me. I'm not bored, I'm just sleepy. I didn't go to sleep last night till like 3:30. I went to lay down, but I was watching YouTube on my TV. And that's like getting sucked into the thing because you're like watching this one and that one and that one and this one. Like, oh my God. Cora, stop. Cora, psst, stop looking at yourself. Stop it. Stop it. Stop, 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 stop. She has this thing about licking herself. She'll lick herself where she's bald. We've gone to the vet so many times about it. And they say she does it out of stress. And they gave her medication. They want to give her kitty Prozac. And I'm not doing that. Stop, crazy. Um, I'm not going to give her kitty Prozac. A lady in a wheelchair who lives in a van, oh man, that's going to be a hard life. Hmm, that's got to be a hard life. It would be interesting though. I remember this lady that was she in a wheelchair? She used to ride around. No, she was in a scooter. That's right. She used to ride around. I think it was California, actually. She was kind of older lady and everything. Yeah. I watch a lot of people like I watch critical things, videos about crimes and stuff. When I like to watch a lot of police sort of videos. I like to watch a lot of like police, like they investigate things and stuff like that. I like to watch that. Um, I like to watch some travel stuff. I like to watch people vlogs. I watched this lady from Scotland, and she's this black lady. She's married to this guy, Scottish guy, and she's like such a good cook. And like she's from Africa. And, you know, I can't really understand her because she's like older videos when she was before she got married and stuff like that. I could never really understand her. I understand a little better because her English got better. But I love that video because her videos aren't even so much words, it's written on the screen. And it's like her videos are so well done. It like sucks you in. And she's such a good cook and she's such a clean person and it's just so nice. It's just so nice. It makes me want to go to Scotland. And it just, I mean, she seems like she'd just be a lovely person. And I watched this one girl, and she was homeless. She has a kid, and her mom and her get into it a lot. Now she's like, her child took off. She was living in a shelter with her kid. Didn't have hardly nothing. Now she's got like everything, except she doesn't have a car. And she's like 25 or 26. And like, I'm like, wow, I think this all comes from people giving her stuff. And I want to tell her, be smart. Like somebody asked her, do you want to go to college? She says, no. Do you want to get a job? No. I want to say, girl, don't be counting on this money like this all the time because there's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times. All it's going to take is one faux pas, and man, you're not going to have the money like you got now. And you'll be back. Put some money away, buy yourself a house. If you're making money, hey, nothing is guaranteed on YouTube. Save for the future. You're young. But, I don't say nothing because I'm old. I know. I think that too. Like, why are you living in a car? What what's the purpose? I mean, why don't you get an apartment? I don't get that. I never understood that. I used to like, I mean, the ones I watched. I remember this guy. I don't know if you even would know. I don't know your age. I don't know anything about you. But do you ever remember a person by the name of Elvis Travels? He used to live like in a van, and I don't think he had that many views. He didn't. He was nothing like that. But I could never live like that. I couldn't even live like there's this lady named, what is her name? Oh, okay. And then there's this other one. She's, what is her name? Vivian something or another. And she's an older lady. And she lives in a car or a van or something. And she's a dog. Now, look, she's my age or better. I think she's a little older than me. So life ain't easy when you're my age. I don't know if you know how old I am. I am old. Okay. I'm not old, but I am old. I couldn't live where I don't have access to the bathroom. I have to go, I have to go find a bathroom. I have to go, I have a dog. I don't leave my pet in a car. It's hot. You can't leave your pet in a car. What if your car breaks down? You know, what if you get sick and what if you die and you're in a car and you got your pet in there? It isn't fair. I mean, if you're young, don't get me wrong, and I mean no offense, but if you're young, that's one thing, and you're by yourself. When you take on a pet or you take on anything, even if you're older, it's not fair to yourself. It's rough. There's got to be something more than that. I don't know. I would be terrified because you don't know. You could be in a good area and it could be bad. Something bad can happen because you have nothing. When you're going to take off, if somebody comes to your car, then you try to get in and steal your car. Somebody steals your car, if something goes wrong, God forbid, you have an accident, then you lose your home, you lose everything. That's true. But I do. I like to watch people. Not. I don't really watch like drama like long what it's called bull cows like Chantal and them. I don't even watch. I don't watch Amberlynn Reed. I know what's going on only because of reactors. I don't watch Cynthia, not because I think she is anything like that. I just don't. I don't even know if she even comes online on YouTube. I know she comes on TikTok. I used to watch Pink Fairy, but she's just kind of boring. Every now and then I do. Dreamer, she's like Dreamer 54, Dreamer 50, whatever. She irritates me. She's like in a wheelchair all the time, and she depends on her father to take care of her, and her father's old. And I sometimes I want to say, you need to take care of yourself. You need to get up. You need to do what you can do to help yourself. Because one day your dad's not going to be there. Then what are you going to do? What are you going to do then? It's not easy. I don't think it's easy. And to be stuck in a car or in a camper or anything like that, it can't be easy. It's not an easy life. People are like, oh, well, you can live and you can do this. You can only do that for so long. You don't see 90-year-olds living in a camper, or well, maybe a mobile home. I think that would even be hard. I don't know. I mean, I've been in mobile homes before. I never lived in one. I've been in one, I think, a couple times, but there's got to be stuff. There's got to be stuff you have to do. I mean, I guess. I'd be afraid of tornadoes coming. Are you going to behave? Oh, now you want to be nice, huh? I mean, even like people who are truck drivers, because my brother was a truck driver. He's not now, but it's hard because you got to take everything. They got little tiny refrigerators, and there's not very few trucks, I think, have bathrooms in them. You have to find a place to go to the bathroom and take a shower. And again, if you have to go to the bathroom, all of a sudden you're stuck, you can't go. Ugh. You gotta buy food out all the time, which is expensive. Yep, that's me. I gotta have a bathroom. I am not gonna have to go driving around and going to a public bathroom. Ugh. And I'm not one of those prissy people, but I don't like to use public bathrooms. I just, when I went on vacation, a couple years ago, trying to find a bathroom and going like, don't know who sat on that toilet last. I don't know. These people who make all this money on YouTube, and that's only YouTube because I'm saying it's something I know a lot of people do make a lot of money or somewhat, and they don't put no money aside. Why? If you're making $8,000 to $10,000 a month, people don't normally make that much. I don't think so in real life. I mean, maybe. But this is tax free. I mean, okay, you have to pay taxes at the end of the year and all that. But you get that without them taking anything out. Anthony Van Lyck. I never heard of that. Yeah, let's check that out. You don't have an apartment. Even if you make $3,000 a month, it's $3,600 a year. I mean, it's not a lot, but I'm going to check out all the van life people. I don't really watch a lot of van life. I remember I used to watch Elvis Travels. The only reason I watched him because I thought he was so stupid. You're so dumb. He did so many crazy. I'm the most handsomest man, and he was Syrian too. I'm like, what the hell? I never knew anybody except Paula Abdul. Oh, he was. He'd get himself in so much trouble. But that Rosie took him down. She took him down. Maybe that's how he lost his channel. Because of her. Well, no, because of himself. It wasn't her. It was himself. He's probably still online, though. He's probably still on YouTube somewhere. Oh, sorry. This is my camera. I'm just not dressed. And I'm in my pajamas and I'm not. I mean, everybody knows. If you come to my channel, most likely you know who I am. So, I show my face. You know, I don't feel like it's necessary. If I want to, I would, but I don't want to because I want to be in my pajamas. Yep, he was pretty. Elvis Travels was out there. I could never understand how you could live on the edge. Like you live in a van and you have hardly no money and no job, and you go get a job every now and then, but you have nothing. I mean, nothing. That would be terrifying to me. Like I am very afraid when I don't have enough money to. I add my numbers up all the time, and I'm like, if I don't have enough money, that scares the shit out of me. That alone will make me go out and work hard, because I am, you gotta have money to live, you know. I always wanted to move to another state. And I used to think, well, you know, where the state where I want to go to, it's very inexpensive to live there, basically. And but it does they don't pay a lot either. It's in the South. Like, well, actually, it's not the South, but it is sort of the South, you know. Um, but I always liked that state for some reason. Somehow, I always wanted to live there. So my idea was I was going to move there. Well, now I know, you know, it takes a lot to move. You know, it takes a lot of money to move because I don't want to end up in a truck or car or van or any situation like that. If I were to ever move to another state, you have to have enough money to get started to live, like at least pay 3 months. Got to have a job or some sort of secure income. Like I got a secure income basically. You know, I mean, I get Social Security, I get another something else, and plus a DoorDash I can do wherever I go. So, but I have to have a car. But I did pretty good. I mean, not I wasn't rolling over in money, trust me, but I did well enough. But I would end up living in a van. I hope not. But you never know. I like to know how these people end up doing that. What makes them come to the conclusion that they're going to do something and they're going to live in a van? Because to me, that's like, I don't know, is it giving up or is it not? Maybe not. Maybe it's an adventure, but I want a gun with me. I want something to defend myself because, like I would never live in a tent either, or a commune or anything like that. I don't think I would even live with somebody I didn't personally know a very long time. I'd have a roommate. Mm-mm. I hear people do that all the time. I got a roommate. Like, you don't know the person? Oh, hell no. Uh-uh. I don't even like it. If somebody comes to my door and I don't know them, like, what the hell? uh, I never had a roommate in my life. Like, just, I don't think I would. I don't do well with people like that. I don't think I would do. Or maybe they wouldn't do well with me. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go. I came on, so I'll keep this video up, and maybe later I'll come back. I have, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna go lay down, and um, but I'll be back. So if you want to come back, Mason, you're welcome. And I want to thank you for coming and having conversation with me. And we can agree that living in a car is rough. Or a train or a van, or it might be exciting. It might be, but I don't know. I want to find that one out. You have a great night, okay? Take care. Thank you. Bye bye.